Hi Pisces, and welcome to your June 2021 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to talk to you about the energies coming in for your sign in the month of June. A very nice time for you, beautiful energy coming in. I really like how the Pisces energy is getting activated. You've just had Jupiter move into your sign, which I'm going to be making an individual video about, so be sure to hit the subscribe button below and turn on bell notifications for when that video goes out. But we'll talk a little bit about how it's influencing your sign in this video, because this whole video will probably be evocative of that, as it is the main change for Pisces this month. Both Jupiter and Neptune are going to be going retrograde in your sign, so there is going to be a major reimagining happening, I think, for you this month. And it can be easy or difficult. I think that you have so much potential. I think that you finally are kind of getting back to who you are and finally getting back to mapping out what that is, and maybe involving yourself in, I don't know, there's something that you're involving yourself in again with all this retrograde energy that really gives more enjoyment to your life. Like maybe you have more budget, maybe you have more energy, maybe you have a lot more time on your hands to fill space. Basically, I feel that Jupiter in Pisces for you has expanded your time reality, like how much time you have, and it's given you a lot more. It's always so nice when Jupiter is in your sun sign, especially if you're a sun Pisces, or even if you're like moon or rising. It's always going to kind of scatter candy and give more of a sweet tone to life. So something is sweet this month, Pisces. Something is a gift, okay? Maybe your favorite series on Netflix has started a new season and you thought it was like canceled. It's kind of like small stuff like that, but why not? I mean, that's always great too. Or maybe there's sort of a reimagining of a certain story that you never thought would continue. I'm also sensing some of you who, and this could, this is not good or bad, but some of you might restart relationships as well. There's a sense of things which you thought would never come back into your life coming back, and that is a neutral point. But for many of you, it looks very positive. I'm really liking to see the water and fire synergy in this reading, because it says to me that you are feeling and desiring at the same time. So new goals coming in, being reminded of luck, being reminded of benevolence, basically a beautiful, beautiful month. And that's all for your reading this month, I'm kidding. But no, I'm really not going to complicate it too far, because I think that it's a magical time, especially when we hit Cancer season. We're going to have a really beautiful Cancer season for Pisces, at least. So it's going to be very watery, get by the water, get by the ocean if you can, and work on embodying what you've wanted. I mean, it's that simple for you all. Like, I think that the universe is paving out a path for you to just embody it, to just be it, to just enmesh within that goal or within that sense of being, and to maybe even like change your world up. I mean, you've got a lot of major arcana. You've got the World, Strength, and the High Priestess and the Sun. The latter three are reversed. So, the previous status quo of your life is not really where it's at, I think. I think that on one hand, the reintroduction of some of these things is beautiful, but I think you need to take it into a new place. I think that you need to really up your motivation in some ways. And I love that Queen of Cups and Page of Wands are coming up, and Queen of Pentacles and King of Wands. A lot of you have great support networks. That's interesting. Many of you have finally gotten into that really great relationship. Some of you have that coming on. If it's not in your life yet, it's right here. It's right in front of you, it looks like. And regardless of whether it's the relationship, there are a lot of people who are going to support you, or a lot of people who are maybe talking nicely about you behind your back. Isn't that interesting? Like, now you don't really have to worry about that negative gossip or that toxic person. It feels like instead it's like totally reversed, and now people are saying like good things behind your back. You're getting like a really good reputation, and maybe it doesn't even match. Like maybe you're at kind of a low point in a way, and you're like, whoa, now my reputation is for some reason very good, even though I don't know what I have to show for it, but it's just happening. I mean, this is Jupiter. It's Jupiter energy. And I think that this month just has to be clearly, pivotally better for you, okay? New projects, new goals, new relationships, greater considerations of what is and is not appropriate for you, okay? Let's go ahead and get into the week to week. Week 1, you've got the World rooted down by Strength reversed. So you're changing your world when it comes to your strength, when it comes to the energy that you have. You might have been feeling fatigued for a long time, and your fatigue might really start to go away in the first week. Also, things that you don't feel strong enough to do are going to end. So that's another consideration. I mean, if I'm digging for anything negative, certain things that you might have been repressing in your life, or certain things that you might have needed to tend to but have procrastinated, those things could just go at this point in time. So in that way, you could see that things which have been procrastinated may no longer actually be available to work on anymore. It does kind of look like a repossession in some ways. So also defaulting on any type of debt could result in like a repossession or something, or that energy is here, but it's very like working out in your favor to some degree. You didn't need it. If you don't, that's an interesting thing. If we don't want what we have, sometimes it doesn't stay. And that can be a blessing because maybe it was really weighing us down, but you've got some type of big change ending phase with the World card coming up, relating to something you didn't feel like you had the strength to handle. So that's going to suddenly clear up a lot of karma for you right in the first week. Like you're moving out of the first week of June, a much lighter Pisces. Okay, week 2, you've got Queen of Cups rooted down by the High Priestess reversed. Super strong water energy. Okay, you're feeling it out. Queen of Cups is kind of very similar to the High Priestess energy. So it's basically just a hyper spiritual focus in the second week, like a hyper spiritual connection. Like, wow, I forgot how much I loved doing graphic design work, or I forgot how much I enjoyed studying psychology, or I forgot how much I enjoyed making handcrafted coffees or something. I don't know. There's something kind of like hobby about it. Like the person who studies psychology as a hobby, or the person who cooks as a hobby or something. It's not maybe the main focus, but this is an interesting area of focus for you. Okay. As a Pisces, it's interesting to think about the things that you're doing as a hobby, because that seems to be a really good place of progression for you. Okay. It seems to be a really nice, like you might actually be making your fortune in the future through your hobbies right now. Okay. Interestingly, fun fact about Sky. Okay. So I had a lot of hobbies before I ever started on YouTube. Like I did a lot of graphic design actually. And I never monetized that, or I never had a job in that, but it really helped me for my YouTube channel when it came to editing videos and knowing how all of those different softwares work. So I had that leg up, and it kind of like didn't really put me into a career in graphic design much, but it did contribute to a different type of career for me. So I'm sensing that might be coming in for you, because I'm getting a lot of, sometimes when I read, I get my own flashbacks, and I have to kind of like par it up for the sign that I'm reading for. And that's something that I'm seeing for you. It's like the things that you're focusing on the side right now might somehow contribute to your like larger goals in the future. And in the second week, you're going to be maybe committing to a hobby or getting some type of emotional connection to something which has nothing to do with like your career per se, or nothing to do with the material world, but it does take an investment of time. So those are sometimes the most like groundbreaking progresses we can make in life, because it doesn't have that money component in it, and it maybe contributes to that in the future. So think about those new talents that you're forging as well. Also in the third week, Page of Wands rooted down by Queen of Pentacles. The entire middle part of June is about developing new talents, developing new techniques, abilities, and maybe new education as well. So signing up for courses, understanding the world in new ways, but particularly in the third week, it's going to be more about getting your desires there, your goal setting, also the health of your body, combining with that with Queen of Pentacles. What are you putting in to your body? What are you eating? What are you sustaining yourself off of? What is your budget? All that comes up. Fourth week, you've got the Sun reversed, rooted down by King of Wands. So you want to be honest. You want to be not in a place where you're hiding anything from yourself. With the High Priestess reversed, Strength reversed, Sun reversed, it's kind of like you might be hiding some big truth from yourself, and it's coming out this month. Like, this person that I'm with is extremely narcissistic, but they also, look at me in just the right way. It's like those caveats, like, I know that this person is probably going to be a problem for me in the future, but I don't want to disturb my current present reality by creating a huge deal. Like, you just need to get things over with. Like, if there are problems, like, you are lucky right now. Okay. So Pisces is very lucky to change their lives or to take on new things or to shift up what their time is being spent on, especially in the fourth week. So King of Wands energy is like, I mean, I just love this Queen of Cups, Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. Like, you might have mentors, you might have even just examples set by other figures in your life that really teach you. So you're learning vicariously. You're learning less from your own experience than other people's experiences, which is cool. I mean, that's one of the best things about YouTube, actually. That's one of the best things about this current paradigm that we're in collectively, is that we can learn so much through other people's stories, or learn so much and not have to go through the school of hard knocks ourselves. Of course, we all have that to some degree, but I definitely encourage you to maybe watch documentaries or to listen to maybe more elderly people talk about like their life stories, or like some of the lessons that they learned over maybe like 70 or 80 years of their lives, to maybe really level you up. You know, Pisces and Sagittarius especially are very lucky for wondering upon secrets like that of life. Like the 97-year-old person recounts like what a very simple idea that took them like 85 years to learn, and that way it doesn't take you 85 years to learn it, and that's a very benevolent thing to wonder upon. So I would definitely recommend, like, especially your own ancestors too, like if your grandparents are still living, try to ask them about what they've learned. Try to ask, even, and age really is not the condition. I mean, you can also, there are people who learn so much by like 25 years old, and you can get a very wide perspective this month and really set your own parameters in life, it seems. And it's very lucky for you with Jupiter in your sign right now. But anyway, Pisces, let's talk more about that on Patreon in your extended reading. I'm not going to go on and on because this is meant to be an easy, nice month for you. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how you wield this energy and how much better your life gets. I feel like it's been a long time coming for you. So congratulations on likely a beautiful month. But I'm going to talk in your extended reading about how you can start to support yourself more in having a better life and not, get hooked on those previous traumas and negate any of this. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk more about also hearing the stories of other people as well. So click the center of your screen now for the extended. It's also linked below. Much love, Pisces. Have a great month. Bye.